Welcome back to the lab, folks. What we have here on the bench today is something that was sent in by ALLPOWERS. Actually, two things sent in by ALLPOWERS. And what they are is a portable power system and a solar panel. Now, I was looking around for something like this to have with us when we go out and camp in our little trailer. And out of the blue, ALLPOWERS contacted me and asked me if I wanted to try one out. And I said, yes, please. So they did send me this in for free. I'm going to give it an honest review. We'll have a look at the box on the bottom first. I can't really demonstrate this one to you today because it is a solar panel. And for the last 3 weeks or so around here, it's all been thick, heavy cloud cover. In that period of time, may have had about 3 or 4 hours of bright sun. And I'm usually doing something or somewhere else when that happens. So this is going to have to wait for an update in summertime. This is actually a 100-watt panel that folds up into this nice little briefcase size thing. Don't have it facing away from the sun, and don't bother doing it in cloudy weather, which is our problem right now. It has, in here is your little power outlet for it, and it just folds up. It's got several different solar cells. I guess they're all wired together to give you an idea of what it's like. So there you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 just off camera there of the 15 panels that make this thing up. Yeah, look out for an update on this, maybe June or July when we have some sunshine around here, maybe sooner. Now, the actual power unit is here in this box. Let's get this out. This is the ALLPOWERS S300 Portable Power Station. I've done some preliminary testing on it, so I can give you some meaningful information without spending hours here waiting for it to discharge and charge up again. So let's have a look at it. It also comes with a little bag, and in the bag here is a wall charger. As you can see, I've already tried that out. So it plugs into the wall and plugs into the unit to charge it. Well, let's see. On the bottom here is some information. Okay, so we can see it has a 78,000 milliamp hour 3.7 volt battery, and that's where the specifications for it come from. So if you take that 78,000 milliamp hours multiplied by 3.7, you get 288 watt hours. So that's not what you'll get out of it, that's what you get out of the battery. And AC output, continuous 300 watts, surge up to 500 watt. USB-C in and out. The USB-C is completely PD compatible. You can get 60 watts in or 100 watts out. And USB output, that's the regular USB, 5 volts at 3 amps each, 7.2 amps total. DC output 12 volts at 5 amps each, for a total of 10 amps total. And the car output port is 12 volts at 10 amps. So let's have a look at these. Here's the car output port. Here's an Anderson style input, so if you had a solar cell with an Anderson cable on it, you could use that. My solar cell will use this, the one I just showed you. Over here we have the 2 AC outlets. We also have 2 lights. They do provide a very good amount of light. And this side here, you have 2 DC outputs and 3 USB Type A and a USB-C, which is fully PD compatible. We'll show you that in a second. We have a nice handle that snaps into place. And we have wireless phone charging. So we can turn on Bluetooth. It has a Bluetooth receiver, so I'll show you that app in a minute. You can turn on the DC, and you can turn on the AC separately. AC, you have to press it down for a few seconds before it comes on. It's quite compact, like it's only 3 kilograms, which is what, 7.5 pounds or something like that. Now, this information it gives you here, so this here is given the current output, how long the batteries will last. So that's saying that it would last 133 hours just powering up the display. And this here gives you a little indication of the battery with the percentage of charge it has in it. So let's hook some stuff up to it and see how well it works. I have my Furnucci soldering iron here. Turn on the DC. I plug that directly into the USB port. And we can see that it indeed comes on. And we're up to temperature. So we're drawing about 12 watts. You could solder literally for a full day of soldering with an iron like this. You could also add in something like this little oscilloscope here. Now, I've got to do a video on this too. Got this for portability reasons. Actually, I got it for a number of reasons. It's a very cheap little Hamatech scope, but you know, I can plug that in and you turn it on, and you can see it works perfectly well too. We've got the soldering iron in there now. We've got the Hamatech scope on there. And it looks like we'd have, with this kind of load on it, about 10 hours of use. Over here I have a laptop. Turn on the AC. And we'll plug this in. And boot up my laptop here. Now we're drawing out about 52 watts. Also bring this little function generator into the mix here, just for the halibut. We'll turn that on. See, that's booting up there, and we'll bring that into the scope here, just so we can have a signal. All right, we're still drawing only about between 42 and 50. We've got about 4 hours of use here with a function generator, an oscilloscope, a laptop, and a soldering iron all going. It blows one of these things away quite handily. All right, so enough of the fun and games. I mean, it obviously does its job. So let's see how much we can actually stress the thing. Okay, so now this little heater here may indeed exceed 300 watts. So just put the fan on for now. So now let's put the heater on. There's 400 watts coming out of it. It's probably not going to maintain that for very long. Yeah, so it'll automatically shut down if you overload it. It's turned off, and we'll put on the DC charger here and plug that in. Goes in this side here. So I think this is rated here to charge up to 60 watts. So we're coming up to 50 watts now. And I also have this gallium arsenide charger here. So let me get that one hooked up to it too. And that just plugs in to the USB-C port. And from empty, that 50 watts there will take approximately 6 hours to charge it, 5 to 6 hours. And if you have another charger like this available, you could certainly improve the charging rate. Okay, so we're up to about 120 watts. Well, that would charge up the battery in basically half the time, so about 3 hours or so. Everything is exactly as they say. I don't find any discrepancies from their specifications on it and from what they describe in the manual. The manual comes in all sorts of different languages, 11 pages in the manual, and that covers everything you need to know. So we've got my phone here. We're going to get the wireless charging up and running. So we have to turn DC on. And I found probably the best place for it was somewhere around about here. And there you go. So you've got your wireless charging going. It's going to be handy. I'm out camping and I need to get my phone charged up. Just plop it down on here, go for a hike, come back, and I'll be charged up. Okay, let's check out the Bluetooth app. We're going to have to turn on the Bluetooth. That takes a 5-second push on there. Now the Bluetooth is on. And here's our app. So we'll go in there. Bluetooth device. We've done all that, so go to the next step. And there's the device there, so just click on that. And it's connected. So what can we do here with this app? Well, it tells us all the information that we will get off the front panel. So it's charged up to 100%. Currently just having the display on and the Bluetooth running, you would get 128 hours and 32 minutes, or 5 days and 8 hours of use. And outputs at 0 watts, inputs at 120 watts. You can turn the AC on and off, turn the DC on and off. You can turn the lights on and off. There we go, we've got our soldering iron hooked up. So we'll turn the soldering iron on, and it should tell us what kind of output we're getting out of it. And of course it updates then the number of hours and minutes of use that you have. And I did try it out for actual capacity. So what I did is I ran it 50 watts from a full charge at 50 watts, and I ended up getting 250 watt hours out of it. So we got 250 divided by 288 equals, so it's about 87% efficient, which is what you'd expect. So it's got to do that DC to DC or DC to AC or whatever kind of conversion, because it's coming from a 3.7 volt battery, and those converters are not 100% efficient. So I think that's pretty good. An efficiency of 87% is quite acceptable. So what's this thing cost? Well, it's not very expensive. So just the unit itself is $199 Canadian. And the unit with a bifold 100 watt solar panel is $279 Canadian. And with that solar panel that I showed you before, the one that folds up into a compact little purse, it's $399 I'm going to get lots of good use out of it. I'll update you on that, and I'll update you on that solar panel once I get a good day to get the solar panel out and make sure that it meets its specifications. But this certainly does meet the specifications, and I'm extremely happy with it. Okay, well, thank you very much, ALLPOWERS, for sending this out to me. And I hope you guys got something out of this. If you're looking for a portable power solution, this is an ideal candidate if it suits your needs. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.